The 20th day in the month of March 2025. Top of a morning to you. Welcome to Front Page Review on this dial 90.3 FM. It is Voice of the People. My name is Jude Ikami Jude. Welcome everyone. I'm set to give you all of the stories that you need this morning. Alright? And I will be selecting the stories from the Punch newspaper, This Day newspaper, The Nation newspaper, Daily Thrust, Daily Post, Vanguard, The Guardian, The Sun, and of course, some other newspapers this morning. Alright? But I will begin this journey with a Punch newspaper. Punch is going to lead us quickly. Let's take a walk, everyone. Rivers emergency rule. Federal government deploys 10,000 troops against vandals as opposition NLC protests. Rivers emergency rule. Federal government deploys 10,000 troops against vandals as opposition NLC protests. Moving on, FRSC steps up patrols to tackle wrong way driving on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Police confirmed death of Inspector 12 gunmen in fence battle. To some of the headlines now, Naira appreciates to 1,530 Naira per dollar at official window. How suspected robber raped my wife, threatened my family. This is according to a witness. And then to Edo State, 17 Edo local government chairmen dump PDP for APC. And then Mohbad's brother, friend arrested outside Lagos court. They were both arrested outside Lagos court. And then as regards minimum wage, NYSC to spend 307.6 billion naira on coppers allowances. PDP Adeleke protest as APC demands emergency rule in Osun State. Air Peace reduces airfare on London-Lagos road. I think to about 600,000 naira. Lagos-London. Is it London-Lagos, right? 600,000 naira I learned. It's okay. Naira for crude. Fuel price hike looms as Dangote NNPCL talks fail. Naira for crude. Fuel price hike looms as Dangote NNPCL talks fail. And let's get in touch with some of the headlines quickly for you. Political ones. Tinubu was ill-advised. NNPP condemns emergency rule in Rivers State. It says Tinubu was ill-advised. NNPP condemns emergency rule in Rivers State. And then Rivers Assembly backs emergency rule, pledges sole administrator support. Emergency rule in Rivers, political manipulation, says Atiku Abubakar. And then APC dismisses Rufai defection as non-event, warns SDP of destruction. PDP slams Wike APC over Secretariat land revocation, says threat to democracy. And then Rivers denies reports of Obasanjo Pandef visit to Fubara. Rivers denies supports or reports of Obasanjo and Pandef's visit to Fubara. Anambra 2025, Soludo confident of re-election, says no strong opponent at all. And in Lagos here, Lagos PDP attacks Jandor over return to the All Progressives Congress. We will leave there and then move quickly. The Nation has got some other stories for us this morning. The Nation is going to take the lead right now with some headlines. How Nigeria, Cuba broke apartheid chain in South Africa. President appoints board members for NISO. And then Senate okays DIG rigging 3 orders as PSC members. Let's touch on some of the fresh headlines now. Scramble Federation to hold high-grade courses across 3 cities. And then, let's see, APC set to release blueprint on its ideology. APC set to release blueprint on its ideology. Prisons still in terrible condition, says federal government panel. Over 90,000 of Nigerian lands unregistered, says housing minister. Over 90. Court vacates order stopping Natasha's suspension. Okwebolo completes remedial work on 55-kilometer Benin Iruekpen Federal Road. And then, Council Vice Chairman to Aida Tiwa, we are ready to work. We move everyone quickly to Daily Post. Osun government condemns APC's call for state of emergency. Osun government condemns APC's call for state of emergency. You know, yesterday, Peter Anosike was telling us that after River State, Osun will be next. Well, I don't know. Let's serve you some more stories now. Alleged 70 billion naira fraud. EFCC arrests Bauchi accountant general. Tanker explosion rocks Karu Bridge in Abuja. Many cars burnt as a video footage there. Court vacates order restraining Senate Committee on Ethics from probing Natasha Akpoti Uduaghan. Rivers was safe, secure, peaceful under my watch. Fubara speaks after suspension. And then outside the country, let me serve you some stories. Deep state. Netanyahu has completely lost it. Gone off rails. Israel opposition leader Lapid's party is the one who is saying that there. And then on transgender policy, U.S. suspends funding to University of Pennsylvania. UK seeks to deport pro-Palestinian Georgetown University student. Trump to sign order to shut down Department of Education. And then there will be consequences if Trump administration violates deportation order, according to a judge. Then let's come back to Nigeria and serve you some more stories, everyone. Group calls for removal of Edo Assembly Speaker over APC's majority status. Imo Labour Party crisis deepens as party executive rejects suspension by chairman. 2027, no vacancy in Aso Rock. Governor Okwebolo is the one saying that this morning. Stop playing politics with security situation. Ondo APC berates ex-deputy Governor Ajayi. PDP accuses Okwebolo of bribing acting local government chairman with about 34 million naira to defect to the APC. PDP accuses Okwebolo of bribing acting local government chairman with 34 million naira to defect to the All Progressives Congress. Now, in Edo State still, 17 legislative leaders that impeached local government chairman dump PDP for APC. PDP don't seem where? Okay, let me take you to Delhi Trust, everyone. Fuel price may rise as Naira for crude deal stalls. Fuel price may rise as Naira for crude deal stalls. Abuja explosion, National Hospital at Sokoro Hospital filled with victims. Poor sensitization, overcrowding, push. That story don't disappear. Let me see if I can recall it anyway. But let's move on. Man charged with stealing of phones inside church. I think these guys are everywhere in all churches. I tell you, some persons are going to pray and some other persons are actually going to steal. It's so funny, so funny. It's so funny. It's okay. 64% of Gaza strike victims, children, women. 64% of Gaza strike victims are children and women. A cleric accused of killing Kwara student moved to Abuja. Thieves break into woman's room during tafsir, steal gold. And then soldiers neutralize 10 terrorists, rescue kidnapped victims in Katsina and then Zamfara State. So some other stories now. Many fell dead, vehicles burnt as gas tanker explodes in Abuja. Administrator may get withheld Rivers allocation. Administrator may get withheld Rivers allocation, says federal government. And then Tinubu swears in Abbas as Rivers administrator. Sharp, sharp. Dangote refinery halts petrol sale in Naira. Let's visit Vanguard newspaper with some of the big headlines quickly. Crude for Naira deal. Dangote suspends sale of petrol in Naira. On emergency rule in Rivers, federal government governors disagree. Abuja explosions caused by CNG trucks. Brake failure. Fire service speaking there. Let's join hands to develop energy sector, says Tinubu. Okay. Let's see. Crude for Naira deal. Dangote suspend sale of petrol in Naira. And then USAID reps probe NGOs after US Republicans' terror financing claim. One dies, 5 injured as rainstorm destroys school building in Ogun State. And then Abuja explosion caused by CNG truck brake failure, says fire service. Death toll rises to 56 as meningitis ravages Kebbi State. Policeman, 11 militia gang members killed in Benue community. No justification for a state of emergency in Rivers. Senator Seriake Dickson is the one speaking there. Fubara remains Rivers governor, says PDP. And then plot to remove Edo Assembly Speaker thickens. Tinubu new Rivers administrator Ibas met in Aso Rock. Tinubu new Rivers administrator Ibas met in Aso Villa. Suspension of Fubara and others. This illegality cannot stand. Amechi tells Tinubu. Okay. Let's check the Guardian newspaper, everyone, quickly. Rivers crisis. PRP urges lawmakers to impeach Tinubu. And I hear someone say, next page, Jerry. That cannot happen. Ibas vow to restore law order in Rivers. Tinubu approves board members for new NIOS. And then Rivers explosion. Security agencies arrest suspect. And TNP resumes operations. On Natasha, constituents reject sham recall process as Kogi Rec dismisses rumor. Sham, just anyhow, okay? Why like-minded Nigerians must align to challenge status quo. Lagos, Kano account for 19.4% as federal government issues 117.3 million NINs. And in 2027, Delta PDP chair summons governor's aid over mass defection. Shetima attacks lawmakers on food security legislations. Igbo groups in U.S. urge Kanu's new trial judge to enforce Supreme Court's verdict. Enforce it. Please enforce it. Again, NLC reiterates inadequacy of 70,000 minimum wage. This is Voice of the People, and we are 90.3 FM. Right now, we will join Rufai Oseni and get his thoughts on some of these headlines. Top of the morning to you, Rufai Oseni. Welcome. Hello? Are you there? Hello, Rufai.
Can you hear?
All right, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can.
I said I sang my song again. Kasongo ye. Kasongo wanawewu. Okay, let's go to the past Kasongo this morning.
That was smart.
Yesterday, again, my sources were right. I talked and we broke the story here first, even before it happened, about the Senator Natasha recall. I said it, that's what happened. They deceived the women in Kogi and the men in that constituency by telling them they wanted to do empowerment program. You can see how these politicians lie. And a lot of these big politicians know what is going on. So when they got there and they saw that it was a recall for Natasha, they started living there in droves. They wanted to do the recall by also bypassing INEC. But INEC too has come out to say that they know nothing about that recall. No? So they are trying everything. Let me tell you what their plot is. They want to install a top politician that has currently EFC issues in Kogi. This was the outcome of their meeting that their sources told me.
Okay.
The recall is the first process, and they are doing everything to remove Senator Akpoti. I am not saying Senator Akpoti is right or wrong. I'm just saying they should investigate the sexual harassment scandal. But you see, in Nigeria, people are always using high-handed power. That's why Fela sang many years ago that I open my eye and I see for my country power show. That's exactly what they want to do. So we got the intelligence from their meeting. I broke it on my Twitter, broke it again on VOP. VOP was the first to carry that story, and it happened yesterday. And let me tell you, they are not going to stop. They are still secretly going to give people money to collect their PVC to gather signatures for the recall of Senator Akpoti.
Okay.
They are not going to stop. Yes, they are still secretly doing it. We have also intelligence on that. Rather than these politicians think of how they can secure our society, look at the bomb, the explosion that happened with a CNG truck
in Abuja.
Rather than think, and my commiserations to everybody hurt. Rather than thinking of how they can address issues in society, they are busy scampering around to use political power to destroy other people because they challenge them. So that's why you see, especially under President Tinubu, democracy has become a joke. That's why I keep singing the Kasongo song. Another thing I have intelligence on is that the Senate, they shot themselves in the foot yesterday because they couldn't get it to third to ratify the state of emergency. Now they've started to beg people, other senators, to come back. In fact, I even hear again from my source that incentives are being offered to come back.
Okay.
So that they'll be able to get 2/3. So they didn't even plan it properly. So you can see part of their shabby execution. They didn't even plan it properly. I'm sure when they had their meeting, they just said, okay, they'll be able to wing it. But the likes of the Lord Minister Wike and the likes of the Senate President, Mr. Akpabio, they didn't plan. You see, these are the things about them. They don't even know how to plan their evil properly. So they show it to the world. So when they tried to bring the case up yesterday, and they saw they didn't have 2/3, they said they will step that in today. Overnight, we also have sources that say they have worked frantically overnight. Some of the opposition governors are saying no, telling their lawmakers not to. The Senate, as we speak, there's a huge division. You saw the fights that happened in the House of Rep yesterday. But you see, the problem in this country is when the incentives are strong. You see, the weaponization of poverty is not only for the poor people. Also, the rich people do not know how to say no to money. So if the incentive is strong, they will get that 2/3. I don't trust those people so much. I will be surprised if they can speak up for Nigeria. And I'm sure you can now see all the legal fallouts. President Tinubu now, with his government of Babasope crazy, you can see how his other people in the APC are now urging it that I should also declare state of emergency in Osun. So all the states PDP states they want to take, a state of emergency they will be declaring now. Is that what it is? You can see how my Egbon Lateef Fagbemi could not even defend the point on the state of emergency yesterday, the Attorney General of the Federation, and he was just saying a lot of half truths. They said that it was Fubara that bombed the house. Where are the evidence till today? Fubara bombed the house all this while they couldn't bring him to question as regards it. It was just all a ploy. They were all talking from Lord Commander Wike's scripts. But you see, Wike can continue this Baba Sope crazy. I think somebody should tell people like them, Wike, I don't know, maybe he was still in university or he had become a local government chairman, that power is transient. That's what we keep telling people. Power is transient. Do you know of Adedibu? You know Adedibu? Let me tell you the story. Maybe you might not know Adedibu, you might not remember. Let me tell you the story today. At a point in this country, there was a man called Adedibu. I will tell you a little bit about his history. This was a man that it was only by the grace of the AIT van, AIT had just started around that period, that he was saved when he was almost late, when they went to do the Abacha 1 million man riot. I was in Ibadan that day.
That was in 93, 94.
No, Abacha 1 million riot is not 93, 94. Abacha 1 million riot is after 96. Abacha 1 million man riot, 1 million man march. That was the time Abacha wanted to transit.
Okay.
So it was around from 97 downwards. I was in Ibadan that day exactly of the riot. I went to see my grandma that day at Benny. So that would have been after 97. Yes, that would have been after 97. That was when they did that 1 million man march for Abacha. So he was just saved by the whiskers. But over the years, as we returned to democracy, consolidated his power, he became so powerful. So powerful to the extent that he was now the Afobaje, especially when the PDP, Afobaje means the kingmaker, when the PDP consolidated their power. One of the first PDP governors then, after the PDP rout, where Obasanjo took a lot of power in the Southwest, because the first time it was AD all through the Southwest. So Obasanjo used the state mind to take a lot of power. After he took a lot of power then, Obasanjo will not try. I will tell him to his face, and he knows that he knows me. We've met him many occasions. I say it. I don't spare him. So when they took a lot of power, there was a man called Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja that became the governor. Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja. But Bade Dibu then was the donor of Molete. It was in a place called Molete. I have my family house in Ayokoya Street around Ososami in Ibadan. Ososami, at that area, Akiado to Molete is not far off. So I knew how Bade Dibu, they will kill cow every day and be eaten. That was how powerful they were. The bone of contention for Lamidi and for Adedibu was the fact that Ladoja was not giving him 15 million naira out of the state resources as at then that they agreed on. And Lamidi Adewolu Ladoja felt, I will not do that. Then Adedibu usurped the governor and led to the overthrow. And they took power and they impeached the governor. That day they went to the Oyo Secretariat and caused mayhem. Adedibu had a lot of the monopoly of thugs, and he scattered the ecosystem with his thugs. They went there, was a shooting rampage, was a hurting rampage. They finally muscled Senator Rashid Adewolu Ladoja out, and they installed Alawakala as governor. He went to challenge it in court, and court said it was null and void. But Adedibu had already taken power and put his stooge in there. Adedibu was so powerful, he was called the strong man of Ibadan politics. Many years down the line, my brother, he was said to have died, maybe of complications from diabetes. With all the power Adedibu had, he couldn't save himself. Today, where is Adedibu? If you want to fact check me, go around where Adedibu house used to be in Malete. That house used to be a beehive of activity before. Today, that house is quiet.
Of course,
There's
power
no
is
strong man
transient.
of Ibadan politics. So why am I telling you this story? Is to show you that power is transient. For those that feel they have all the power today, I ask them, where is Adedibu today? Today, Adedibu is dead. Today, Alawakala is dead. The same Senator Rashid Adewolu Ladoja that they victimized and pulled out is next in line to be Olubadan today. He has lived on, and he has outlived those two people. VOP 90.3, I co-founded and created this by the grace of God because I wanted it to be a masterclass for national development and rebuilding. I deliberately took out my time to tell you the story of Adedibu today for all of those that are in power, that are reigning supreme today, to let them know that power is transient. For all of those Babasokwe crazy, because now some people are urging Tinubu, declare state of emergency in Osun, because that's their new way to be able to take things now after violating the constitution and all of that. They should remember they will not live forever. And those that they claim that they're victimizing will outlive them. Just like Senator Adewolu, Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja outlived Adebayo Alawakala and Adedibu. Let's be careful in this life. Let's be careful. Let's be careful. We'll speak truth to power every time. You might have seen some analysts lying to themselves and trying to misconstrue facts as regards what's happened. Don't listen to them. It's deceit. A lot of them have been influenced by something. They can't speak truth to power. We will always speak truth to power, take a position for the truth of VOP. We are not bots. We are not on the payroll of any politician. That's why I decided to work and co-found this with a man that has no political leaning. That's why we can talk like this. So don't mind them. They will say all sorts. The same Tinubu that spoke against a state of emergency before. Today he can't speak up. They will say everything. But we'll speak the truth at all times. Yeah, I know you want to interject.
Yeah, of
Please.
course. After Senator Seriake Dickson said no justification for a state of emergency in Rivers, PDP governors, also came out to say that Fubara remains the governor of Rivers State.
So let me now tell you what's happening. Kudos to Seriake Dickson and other senators that are going to stand up tall. The truth is, there's not a big internal fight. But the question is, you see, because Nigeria has been weaponized, even the elite class has been weaponized with poverty. There's no elite man. If you give $30,000 or $40,000, they will not take. I'll speak my truth. Let's see if those governors can now influence their lawmakers to say no. Because that will only be the saving grace. Because obviously we know now that, in planning this evil they did in River, they were so myopic. They couldn't even get the consent of the House before they planned it. The President Tinubu went ahead to swear in IBAS. All of a sudden, they released funds. The same funds that Fubara had been talking to the lawmakers so that they can represent the budget. They released it to him yesterday. So they've also given him armed resources. And what caused their fight in the first place? You know what caused the fight now? It was when Fubara said, let me investigate the inflow of funds and everything into the states that some people felt disgruntled now. We all know what happened. It's still about the same resource. Just like what the 15 million naira are then that made it the case for Adedibu to say I will impeach Ladoja, and he went ahead and he put all his stout out. That was the same case. It's because of resource of the state now. It's because of power. Power is resource. So let's see if the PDP governors will prevail. But I pretty much doubt what I think will happen. They would not, because at first they don't have the firepower. You know what they call firepower now? Oh, well, I can do something, yo. Oh, well, I can do something, yo. Firepower is incentive now. So would they be able to fight them firepower for firepower? I don't know. So probably they will reconvene. They will have walked all through the night. They will put influence. They will put blackmail there. They will do all sorts. Things will exchange hands. Promises will exchange hands. They might promise them heaven and earth because President Tinubu will not want to look funny. I couldn't get the what's it called buying. So, but we will keep speaking, my brother. We are not bots. We are not a bot media. Some people cannot speak when we have spoken this morning.
PRP is urging lawmakers to impeach Tinubu as regards this same matter.
No, there are impeachable offenses there. In violation of the constitution is that.
But that cannot happen in Nigeria now.
No, with these lawmakers. Are you kidding? With these lawmakers? No, no. With this, no, not with these lawmakers now. I mean, we don't take them seriously. These ones are rubber stamp now. With these lawmakers, like an impossible with Akpabio. No, impossible. Impossible. So we will always say the truth.
And Fubara came out yesterday to say that Rivers was so safe and secure, peaceful under his watch.
Oh yes, it was peaceful, despite the political thing or not. And for those that said he didn't do anything about the militancy, in fact, a lot of people, I would like to commend Fubara because he was the one that allowed cool heads prevail. So he brought about safety. We all know the truth. See, let me tell you something today. Me, I'm fighting for principle. I'm not saying Fubara is a saint, because Fubara is part of the corrupt system. So it's Fubara that had back and forth with the EFCC before. All the things Fubara did in office, he worked with Wike now. So they know themselves in and out. But what I'm fighting for is the principle. Both Fubara and both Wike, I don't care. They are both the political classes that put us where we are today. It's just because Fubara is on the path of principle. And what are those principles? The principle that the president cannot unilaterally remove any governor, suspend any governor. It's a principle of our constitution. That's what I'm fighting for. The principle of against high-handedness and godfatherism that Wike wanted to espouse against Fubara. That's what I'm fighting against. It's not that Fubara is a model, as it were. He has shown some conduct, but he too was part of the shenanigans with Wike all these years. So I don't know, but I'm fighting for principle. I will say it the way it is. That's why, you see, today, if for anything, with my analysis today, you will have seen what it means to have a free press. There's somebody on a popular TV station that only yesterday, 1 hour before the president did his address, he came out to openly say that there's nowhere in our constitution that the president can suspend the governor in a state of emergency. Close to 24 hours later, he could not repeat the same thing he said because the president is the owner of the media house he works in. Okay. He could say that generally.
Okay.
But 24 hours later, to repeat what he said, he started blaming Fubara. He couldn't restate that fact that he had said before. In fact, he was not saying somebody quoted an emergency law of 1962 that is not in the Constitution. So I wonder the kind of dead argument these guys make. He couldn't repeat it. He couldn't condemn his employer when the matter did arise. He could say that because his employer had not declared state of emergency. He should say that afterwards. They're not born and well. That's why I posted the video on my Instagram that we were free press. We were free. When we set up VOPD, I double, triple dare any politician in Nigeria to come and say that he has 1 naira in VOP. He can't. Because we didn't set it up with political money. That's why we can speak boldly and have integrity. And that's why Lagosians, you have come to love this station, and we love you too. And we do the best we can for you.
So, NLC is talking about protest, protest.
They should go ahead and do whatever they want to do. But, NLC, I don't
Will they hold water?
Yeah, they leave NLC alone. They have their own problems. They have their own problems, my brother.
This emergency rule in Osun, how far?
They are muting the idea now. Before you know it, your guy can take it up. So, because now that they've seen that they've done this one and they've gone away with it, that's it. So, let them continue. We will keep saying it. That's what we call a free press. We are free here. That's why I can say all these things they say. There was no politician money. If there were politicians' money here, we would not be able to talk like this of VOP this morning. And that's why I'm excited about what we have founded. We can speak for Nigeria. It's not easy. We don't get the latitude of cash. And because they bastardize the economy so much, we don't have advertising power. That's why sometimes we solicit the people's help. And say, okay, put your advert here and everything. But we have never collected 1 naira from a politician. That's why we can speak this way. We are not special interest driven. We are not special interest driven. We can't be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I decided to be part of the founders of this place. We cannot be. Anything Rufai's name is on cannot be special interest driven. Because it's a dire time for Nigeria. It's a time where we need to speak the truth at all times. Not to lie and twist words like some analysts are doing. Not to have a case where somebody said something 24 hours ago. He can't defend it 24 hours after. Because people are involved. Paymasters are involved. We are saying this not to be able to. We are saying this for the integrity of journalism in Nigeria. And that's why today you can see the numbers. We have over close to 392 people or more watching us concurrently on YouTube for a radio station. That's indicative of what we have built in 2 years. We have over 16 million views. We have 74,000 followers on YouTube as a radio. That's indicative of the truth we have told. It's not all about me. It's about the chairman, Mr. Ifeanyi. It's about you, Jude. It's about Mary. It's about every person that I've worked there. It's about Mr. Anosike. It's about Taiwo Olakpade. It's about, Esther Nwadiku. It's about, Precious. It's about everybody that comes in here putting the shift. Today, you are seeing the beauty of what we call free media, when the media is free. When the media is free, it could talk. If politicians were funding us, I would not be able to talk this way.
Thank you, Rufai Oseni. Appreciate it.
It is well.
Mm-hmm.
It is well. It is well.
Have a great day.
We'll keep speaking truth.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
No.
All right. Okay, everyone. Let's switch quickly to let's join a former commissioner of police who's going to be talking to us right now. There are some information reaching me now as regards Nnamdi Kanu. All right, and there I would want to begin this conversation with CP. I just want to maybe for a few minutes with him, and then we get to open up the studio lines and then get your views on these headlines. All right. As like I said, let's join CP Chuks Enwonwu to give us his own side of the story, his analysis. But I will be taking him to the southeast. Top of the morning to you. Welcome, sir.
Good morning to you, Kamijudi, and to the listeners.
Good morning to you. And now, let's talk about Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu, according to information reaching me, there's a headline here. Release of Nnamdi Kanu not connected to Southeast security issues. This is according to Soludo. And then another one here says, be impartial in Nnamdi Kanu's trial. Igbo war veterans advise Justice Omotosho. And in fact, they're saying that he should do what the Supreme Court has said. CP Chuks. It seems that the story is, the issue is getting elated, kind of like it's getting better by the day. Don't you think so?
The bottom line is that they should give him fairness and justice. That's what the young man is looking for. Whatever way they go, whether they go to Supreme Court, get judgment, or they come down again back to High Court, bottom line is the man deserves his freedom. He should be given his freedom. I don't see why they are doing back and forth on issue concerning this young man. Honestly speaking, that's my take to that.
And then Soludo is saying that he will emerge the governor. Nothing will happen. He's not seeing anyone who is, is confident of re-election. And he's saying there's no strong opponent at all as regards Anambra 2025. Even APC cannot stand his way in Anambra in 2025. What do you think?
I think he's over bloating his ego and underestimating the power of the electorates. In as much as he's the one on ground, being the incumbent, he shouldn't, take for granted the fact that the time has not come. When the time comes, some of these other candidates, the way Anambra behaves is that they will look at the quality of the person. They will look at the background, and then they'll take their decision. No matter the party the person comes on. So this one is underestimating what APC can do. He knows APC already as the party at the center, and that is a plus for whoever is a candidate from that party. And you remember in the past when PDP was at the center, PDP used to win Anambra State, especially with Mbadinuju, until Ojukwu came out from ANPP and formed ABGA. So the Ojukwu factor opened vistas for ABGA in Anambra, later extended to Imo for Rochas Okorocha to enjoy that on the platform of ABGA. The same Rochas later moved to APC at the demise of Ojukwu, and that was how APC got Imo. Now, for him to play with APC now that they are at the center is at his own peril. So the way he's planning is the same way any candidate that will emerge from APC will also walk out. The truth of the matter is when the time comes, depending on the Anambra people, if they see the person as being transparent, as being honest and purposeful, and will serve the interest of the people, he will not go back to that government house in 2027. It's only if APC ends up putting a bet or the person that will not fly, that is not acceptable to the people, is when I will say, yes, he will coast to victory. So let him shut his mouth down and do his work and forget making a lot of noise.
You call it noise?
Yes.
Just two more to go before I let you go. I mean, just two more questions to ask you before I allow you go. Emergency rule in Rivers, like I asked Rufai. What do you think? I mean, Atiku is calling it a political manipulation. A political manipulation. What are your thoughts?
You see, what is happening in Rivers is unfortunate and very disturbing. And if the body of lawyers, the Nigeria Bar Association, I want everybody to go and read the piece they reeled out. You see, or you come to find out that all is not well in what happened in Rivers State. But like I said yesterday, it has happened. The people should comfort themselves and comport themselves decorously by maintaining law and order and be peaceful, because any sort of unlawful assembly will be resisted. It will be an affront to the federal government. So they should take their fate as it is and look forward to having the best of times in future.
All right.
That's it.
Finally, fuel price may rise again, as Naira for crude deal stalls. Just your comment before we go.
You know, I said it that the oil industry and its pricing is susceptible to international determinism. And depending on the value of naira to dollar at any point in time and the value of the crude in the international market, plays a key role in determining price of petroleum products. That is one.
Okay.
The second one is that good enough, Dangote refinery is here producing locally. And it appears they are dominating now in the market. Very soon, the way the price is dropping, those importing may not be able to do so anymore, because if they do, they may not make profits. And when it comes to such crescendo, the next thing you expect is that the man that has dominated the scene will now begin to get his prices up, and you can't stop him, because that's market determinism. And when he starts getting it up, not that he's doing it deliberately or that he is profiteering or something, he is doing it following the trend in the international market. And if it happens, you can bring down the price. It's no longer regulated. It's a deregulated market. Oh. So I foresee a situation, the thing will be swinging like a pendulum. At a point, it starts going up. Then when things stabilizes, it remains stable. When internationally, the thing comes a bit low, it starts coming down again. That's the way the thing goes.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, CP. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you for accommodating me and tolerating me.
All right. VOP 90.3 FM. I want to play something. If you are watching live, everyone, well, you would watch this clean. I mean, you watch this video live, like right now. But then, if you are not on YouTube right now, well, I would just love you to just go to YouTube and watch something right now. There's something Ayodele Fayose. There's a statement made by Ayodele Fayose about Wike, and I saw this 3 weeks ago, and the person who also shared it with me said a man who saw tomorrow, was referring to Fayose as a man who saw tomorrow. Everyone, I want you to listen to what this guy said about Wike. He was probably advising Fubara to be careful of Wike. That is that time where the thing still sweet well. But let's take a listen. I
used to be a tough man. Until I used to be a tough man and realized that troublemaker get level. Because somebody will know they tire and say you will fight you. You have to find solution to your problem. So I made up my mind. It is better to be with you than to be against you. A lot of us here, we don't know when to stop and align yourself. The Englishman says if you can't beat them, you join them. It's a very good advice. Me, I join you. I'm with you. And that will be the basis of my advice for the new governor. The last 4 years was rather a tough experience of my life because I didn't have a successor. Let me tell you today, Governor Wike and Governor Fubara, this plane you want to start flying now, I flew that plane before you by the grace of this man. This plane, tomorrow night you enter, His Excellency is coming. I flew that plane from Akure, 7 p.m. I'm in Port Harcourt. Mommy is a witness. I want to say to you, sir, you came in with the hands of God. You are a miracle governor. Today, you are Governor River State. My brother, the day your eyes begin to see, you will miss road. Close your eyes completely. Maybe if I have a godfather, I won't have problem. Maybe if I have a godfather like our father here and Wike, I will not have problem. I didn't have one. They oppressed me. They showed me pepper. The moment your eyes begin to see in this government, you will have problem. Oh. Close your eyes. Those windows, if you can close them, close it. For you to have eternal peace in your, I don't know, but let me say your 8 years. The way you will use the 8 years is in your hand. Adam and Eve, the very day Adam began to rationalize God's word, Adam, the very day he rationalized God's word, Adam realized, I am now a man with a wife. He entered gutter. He entered trouble. Sir, may God help you, Your Excellency. My counsel is to you. God will help you. Don't see more than what you are supposed to see. The moment you want to see more than you are supposed to see, you begin to see spirit. Oh. I know we go. I know we go. Now, if he say he will fight you, it's either you surrender or you look for that trouble to the end. God will not find you weakest problem. Oh. He has find you weakest favor. Remain in God's favor and weakest favor. God bless you.
Okay, everyone, I would want us to analyze that that statement made by the former governor of Ekiti State, Governor Ayodele Fayose. Yes. He said the day you open your eyes, the day you want to see too much, you'll begin to see spirits. And he said so many other things. Everyone, how would you look at that statement made by this man? So just obey your Godfather. Do what you want him to do. Do what he wants you to do, rather. If you want to try to say you are, it will happen. Is that what is actually happening? It was supposed to be 8 years, like he also prayed for Fubara. But now 8 years don't become, even for self, no. Let's get to the phone lines, everyone. Let's get to the phone lines, everyone. But I will do that just after this, okay? Stay there for me. I'll be right back. Before I start taking calls, if you want to advertise with us, you want a business to go far, you want to do business with us, if you want to also talk about your product, your goods, your services, whatever it is at all. And of course, we have our reach is far. We have, we talk here and those in America, those in Australia, everywhere, they are responding in Canada. That if you have been following us, we have that audience power. And you know what it is when you advertise with us, what it will be for your business. So I would encourage you to advertise with us this morning. Just call the number 070-121-46454. For adverts, okay? 070-121-46454. You can also send a WhatsApp message or a text message to that number, 070-121-46454 for adverts. And you can go back to watch these broadcasts again this morning to get these numbers. Right now, we will start taking your calls. Move away from your radio set or turn down the volume. Just about 2 minutes for... Okay, let's say 2 minutes for everyone. Mind what you say on the national radio. Move away from your radio set. My name is Jude. Ikami Jude. What is your name and where are you calling from? Good morning. Are you there? Hello, good morning. Uh-oh, what happened? Talk to me. Hello, are you there? Oh. Is that your network or what? Good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning here. Okay. 0700 903 903 903. WhatsApp 081 717 56338. Good morning to you.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Charles from Preston.
Good morning, Charles.
Point of correction, I want to correct CP. Ojukwu was never the founder of APGA. That's a man called Chekwas Okorie. He's the founder of APGA. Jude, you can Google it and find out what I'm telling you now. Ojukwu was never the founder of APGA. I don't want to go into River State and Wike and what Fayose said. All these are cock and bull stories. Thank you.
Hello, VOPFM. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Kamikide. Good morning.
Good morning.
Ben from Eba.
Welcome.
Fine, thank you. Kamikide, there is no case here. Nigerian court can judge against Nnamdi Kanu. What Supreme Court expect them to do is for Nnamdi Kanu to challenge them. What the way they brought him, they renditioned him from Kenya. They kidnapped him from Kenya to Nigeria. So the judges have nothing on before them, no paper before them to try Nnamdi Kanu. That is the problem. There is nothing like a treason case because it's a British citizen. It was in Kenya with British passport. Nigeria have never requested from Britain that they will need Nnamdi Kanu. They want them to extradite Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria did not write to Kenya. So there is no case. It is illegality. Nothing like that. Concerning for Bara and all these people now, we are watching them. I want them to finish what they are doing. We are watching them. Everybody's in the whole world is watching them.
Hello?
$20,000. Let them collect $20,000 and they destroy Nigeria forever. They will destroy Nigeria forever. Concerning Akoti, there is nothing like recalling. Nothing like recalling. If they would recall, they would have recalled the 27 lawmakers in Rivers. Nothing like it. It's illegality. There's nothing like recalling. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much for calling. Appreciate you. All right. Hello. Good morning to you. What's your name and where you calling from?
Good morning, Jude. Jude.
Good morning.
Well done.
Yeah.
This is Mayor from Pestac.
Welcome, Mayor.
Let me start from what you played that Afaya said. For me, in fact, you're not supposed to play it for me, because that is like making wicked demigod. It's not. If you compare that soundbite you played to the story of Adebibi, which I know that you refer to, which I know very well, I knew where it happened. Is a big lesson now. In this Nigeria, we heard of Association of Better Nigeria, created by Zeribe under Bandit. What is Zeribe today? What is the state of IBB? So power is transient. Even this thing Michael is talking about now, nobody knows tomorrow about 2027. So what I say was just saying is just like, for me, it doesn't hold water. If I say it's nonsense, I don't think I'm far from the truth. I'm wrong, because that does not mean anything. Wike being in charge today does not mean it. Adedibu, at this point in Nigeria, we knew when he was killing cow every day. Even his place was like a mecca in this country, Africa. So those things are not for me. But my main point is that is, by the way, what is happening in Rivers State is so shameful that Tinubu, who claims to be a Democrat, has become a dictator because of one man. Rivers State is very important, and the Tinubu knew when Obasanjo, as a general, would not contain insurgency in 2006. Obasanjo, as a former general, couldn't handle that thing, and that is where Tinubu has brought this country back. They are now moving 10,000 soldiers to. Have they finished the Boko Haram cases there in the north? Have they talked about other, even the Boko Haram, even they are entering southwest? So it's so shameful that let the National Assembly, like those people that let them stand for once. If they want to destroy this country, all of us will go in for it. If they want to collect $100,000, $1 million to destroy, let Nigeria, let them destroy it, and let all of us proceed. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Have a blessed day too. Thank you so much for calling. 0700-903-903-903. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, you have Mr. Mbako from Elasa.
All right.
Yeah, concerning what Paroshe said, to me, Mr. Mbako is only just narrating his experience by God's father. It doesn't mean that he's saying what we don't know. What Mr. Mbako, know very well is this, that what concerning what Fashola was saying, that is that he should obey Wike. Even Wike asked him to fall into the gutter or should pack all the budget of National Assembly of Rivers State to give him as a godfather. He should obey. It's wrong. As far as Mr. Mbako is concerned, it's totally wrong. And that is what is playing in the Rivers State today, because he doesn't want to submit to the godfather way, to roll all the whole money or the whole budget to him. That is what is playing on. And Abuja, which is Tinubu, support him, because you see what happened in Lagos State, how Tinubu came, called them in Aso Rock, showed the matter for them, and restored the Obasa back. But in Rivers State, because they want to take it for the future of 2027, that is why they are battering. And this will be a warning to every Nigeria that those people you are voting every time are not there for you. They are only there for their own selfish interests. Tomorrow night, election will come. You say, Wike is the best. This person is the best. You can't vote them. And when they need them, they'll start doing their own selfish interests. Look at what happened now. Wike and this thing now. Rivers State now, they are not even talking about the masses in the Rivers State, but their own battle, tossing battle. When we were Fubala, the presidential election, APC won it. Governor election, PDP won it. To show you that whatever a man sow, he must repeat. So it's not my concern. This will be an example for us. You are a common man, that these people are not there for you. He declared a state of emergency in Rivers State because of their own oil bulk in the Rivers State. What about Benue that people are being massacred every day by day? Every day by day. We are hearing in every newspaper of the day, people are being massacred in Benue. Have they declared it state of emergency? Because the people they are killing are not their children. They are not their son. They are not their relatives. They are common people. It's a shame. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Appreciate you. You know, at this time, I think I'm getting several arguments here and there as regards APGA, who formed APGA and all of that. You know, I know the role Chuks Enwonwu played, but then someone also sent a message. I chose not to respond to that word first, but this one I want to read it. It said, without Ojukwu, nothing like APGA. Without Ojukwu, it's just simple. He said, nothing like APGA. But that's not a bone of contention this morning. Maybe you're referring to that man, right? Let's leave it. Good morning to you.
Greetings from the Garden City of Port Harcourt. Chuka Ochama here.
Good morning to you, Chuka.
Good morning, Kamijude.
Yeah.
I know we can. Don't look for Wike's trouble. I know we can. Respect Tinubu. Respect Wike. God has favored you through Wike. What people do not know is that Wike is not as powerful as those outside the River State. presume he is. In 2019 election, when Wike gang up with Magnus Abe, are you there?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, gang up with Magnus Abe to do all they could to ensure that APC did not have a candidate in Rivers State election. From House of Assembly to National Assembly, governorship, APC did not produce any candidate. What happened? Because of Amechi was the minister then under Buhari. 2 weeks before the election, Amechi instructed his allies and supporters to back a certain Awara, who is in ANC then. Do you know this weekend? I know Wike started running her task getter. Only 2 weeks support from Amechi. 2 weeks support. I know Wike. Who is Wike? Do you know after Awara tormented him? At the end of the day, it was Abakari, the late chief of staff, that rescued Wike. This I know Wike, it was Abakari. Had it not been Abakari, Wike wouldn't have, secured his second tenure bid. Abakari instructed Mahmoud, who worked with Wike when Wike was Minister of State for Education in the UBA or something, ordered Mahmoud to put the election inconclusive.
All right.
Afterwards, they did what they did, and later took the result to Abuja and declared it there. After the election, Wike is one of his funny Thanksgivings. He likes Thanksgiving a lot. I'm learning from him. He said after the election, one of his heart kidney packed up. The wife and his close allies flew him to France. And the doctor said, if they had not, had it been that they didn't bring him on time, it would have also affected the other heart. Because of Awara, because of 2 weeks support. I know who is Wike. Who is Wike? If not that Tinubu is backing Wike with all the federal apparatus, who is Wike? We are in River State here. We know his powers. We know where his power starts and where it ends. Who is Wike? Now let me go to Labour. Labour says 70,000 naira minimum wage is insignificant or something. Do you know why? When we are in secondary school, I was a senior prefect. So when we are,
let's leave that because of our time. Thank you so much. All right. Somebody's also saying here. He said Chekwas was or can be party leader or can be the founder, but the heart of ABGA was Ojukwu. Just like if you take Peter Obi out of Labour Party, LP is gone. That's what he said. Okay. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, brother.
Good morning.
I'm Adeodo from Chile.
Okay.
You see, when people talk, sometimes maybe they feel they sympathize with somebody. The way the thing goes in River State, if you look at the whole thing that place, Wike was the one that brought Fubara. He sponsored and campaign, did everything to bring him to power. Now, there must have been an arrangement or an agreement before they did that to themselves. Now that the thing is now backfire, why would somebody now be sympathizing with Fubara? What happened in Anambra in those days? Do you know, if not that Wike has been so smart, he would have come out and said, we rigged the election for you, like Mba brothers to that Ngige the other time. You know, that was what brought Obi into power there. So all these people, what they were doing is arranging government. They bring themselves into power. They help themselves. So to whose fault is all this that is happening? If they like, they shoot themselves. If they like, they kill themselves. What if it is in a country where things were put right, when all these agitations were going on, what one would have expected to happen is both Wike and Fubara should have been rubbished out and bring in the second runner-up to continue with the government there.
Okay.
and make the state in peace. So I don't have to do any. I don't sympathize with all these politicians. They are all the same thing.
Thank you.
So that is the way I see things.
The insurgency in the north pose no economic threat for our politicians. The lives lost doesn't matter to them, meaning that the crude oil in the Niger Delta is more important than the lives of Nigerians lost in the north. Okay, that's what this person is saying. And then this person has to say, what did you say again? All right, the declaration of state of emergency is a serious matter. The National Assembly should make sure the declaration meets the constitutional provision before it is allowed to fly. If not, President will wake up one day and declare state of emergency in an opposition state. Benjamin from Shogunle sent that message. Good morning to everyone in the studio. Fellow Nigerians, by the grace of God, I witnessed Senator Yakubu Gowon, Murtala Muhammad, Obasanjo, Babangida Abacha, and Abdulsalam's regime as military head of states, and none of them have behaved the way and manner this current president is behaving, with so much illegality and impunity, and getting away with it is quite unfortunate. How can a sitting president suspend a sitting governor? I have said this severally, that this Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government will end democracy in Nigeria, if not checkmated now. Mayor from Ikotun Egbe sent that message. Yeah. Okay. Abedin from Bagada is saying, River State stand out as a unique entity, distinct from other states in Nigeria, particularly those in the north region or in the northern region. As one of the three major contributors to the country's economy, its significance cannot be overstated. I firmly support President Bola Tinubu's decision regarding River State affairs. River State stand out as, okay, he said that already. Thank you so much, Abedin. Arena, what's your name now? Prince Iotek from Arena Market is saying, greetings to you. For the federal government to deploy 10,000 force soldiers. Are they fighting war? Atiku is right. It's sure political. The APC wants to grab the state that they couldn't win. The Rivers House of Assembly that are happy for the state of emergency, those guys don't know, their fate tomorrow. Mondo Pueblo can say whatever he likes because he didn't win election. It was given to him on a platter of gold. Fubara's removal is pure illegality. That is not how to run a country. Let them release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's all he is saying. It's unfortunate and sad over what is currently happening in Rivers State. It's so shameful to see President Bola Ahmed Tinubu dancing the music of Wike, no matter how he plays it. He will continue to watch and see how this whole drama unfolds. Have a nice day. From HRH BC Mwoko. All right, let's see this also other message. He's saying, good morning, VOP. Ibezim is saying, this APC government is the worst government that have ever governed Nigeria. No rule of law. Military government is far better than APC government. Until INEC and judiciary give the right people a chance to govern Nigeria, this country can never move forward. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is what he is also saying. And then Mazugo Chukwu is saying, I think it's high time we start learning how to live without government, because they have showed us that the masses' well-being are not in their agenda. Revolution is looming in this country. Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is what he is also saying. Good morning, VOP. Even Peter Obi can't win Anambra with this party called APC. It's a rejected party in that state. And Paul from Coca sent that message. Good morning. Okay. Let's leave that one and move to the next one. Here, this person is saying, the continuous violation of our constitution by so-called lawmakers and the executive is alarming. And he said the result is gradually pushing the masses to unavoidable anarchy. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It values the lives of Nigerian masses more than our leaders. CYC Honesty from Isolo is sending that message. He said, Wike should know that God is the giver of power. Fabian from Festa Town. All right, what's your name now? You didn't have your name, but it's okay. Thank you so much for sending that. I have to start running now. Chief Udo, thank you. If Wike collects 6 months allocation, that will do him till next election cycle. He will have enough to sponsor his lawmakers and fight Fubara. The same budget defaulted Fubara for submitting it to few assembly members will now be spent without appropriation. From Chief Udo. Thank you so much. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. I will leave the other messages when I come back here by 11 a.m. I will read all of your messages, the remaining ones, okay? Just pardon me. And like I said, for adverts, let me quickly throw out that. For advert, please do well to call or message the number 070-121-46454. Adibo, you're looking beautiful. Sorry, 070-121-46454. Again, 070-121-46454. And for the book written by Anosike, 100 Years of Amalgamation, Igbos, What Hope in Nigeria. A whole lot of persons have been coming. And we want everyone to have this book for as low as 5,000 naira. And hey, just use that same number. Send a message to 070-121-46454, wherever you are, and just book for it, and it will get to you. Otutoma. Adibo.
Jude Ibolachi. Isalachi. Ihonachi. He knows everything, Karichi. How you do?
What will be your name?
My name is Chika Iro.
Chide inside.
Chide inside too. Maybe we'll give you Chijude. Chijude. Jude's God.
If we add enterprise for the front.
It's not a business name. It's not a business name. Yes.
What is the business now?
The what?
The business. If that was not a business name, what is the business?
The business now is that you need to add Chi to your name.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. State of emergency. It's still everywhere. I mean, or shouldn't they fear now?
Even other states are not APC.
Have your state self go follow?
My state is APC now. My able governor.
That's the emergency already.
So I know that other states are not APC now. They will be afraid because if any small thing happen, our president can declare state of emergency. You know they had these days. Yes.
And my fear is this thing will continue. If care is not taken, this state of it will just continue. Just create some little chaos. Boom. State of emergency.
It has become palliative. State of emergency has become palliative. You any small thing, our president will just drop small for you for the poorest of the poor. So that is it. But let's see how it goes. Today we'll make it second day now. Let's see what the National Assembly are coming up with. You know, if there will be 2/3 to approve the state of emergency.
They go still do their wuru, forget to talk.
It's normal now. That one has already passed. Even before he declared the state of emergency, he had meeting with some of the key National Assembly members. So it's no longer.
They pack 10,000 soldiers, go only one state.
Yes.
Like election time. This is not soldier, not be police.
As if
10K.
Okay, what of all these states in the north that Boko Haram
my brother, not
and Co,
no
bandit are disturbing?
They are just playing.
How many military? How many troops have you deployed here? Just River State, 10,000. What is it? Is there a word here? These people are just creating tension.
Is where?
I'm telling you, they're just creating tension.
Your brother man is here.
I don't come since now. I just wait for my own turn. You understand me? I've been here, you know. I've been waiting. Now, I can say to myself,
this is an emergency. It's a state of emergency you are right now.
You still need to talk to secure this. You need to talk to secure this. And you need 73 or 72 or 73 senators.
There's always wuru everywhere.
Somebody said, the day has been done though. You need 240 House of Reps.
Let me leave here. You guys will take over very soon.
It's cool.
My name is Jude. Ikami Jude. And I'll be here by 10:30 up until 12 this morning. On social media, I am IKAMIJUDEH. Ikami Jude. All socials. I love you so much, and I'll see you much later. Good morning to you.